Shalom. My name is Peri Sinclair. I was recently appointed to be the new head of the Tali Education Fund in Israel and lead it into the future. Becoming director of Tali is extremely exciting for me, since I myself am a proud graduate of the Tali school in Hod HaSharon. Sitting on this chair brings me full circle on a journey I embarked on nearly 40 years ago. Tali's educational mission to find personal meaning and make a personal connection with Jewish identity, to embrace multiple ways of being Jewish, and to promote a pluralist Jewish society in Israel are all values I hold near and dear, both as a woman and as a mother raising children in Israel. My entire adult career has been devoted to Jewish education, both in Israel and in the United States. I bring with me years of experience and insights, and I'm delighted for the opportunity to lead an organization with such a wide scope of activities and diverse body of audience, both in Israel and around the world. Education touches the soul. It influences social growth and is central for the creation of a just society. I feel fortunate and honored to be in a position which impacts educational leadership, encourages deep, critical exploration of Jewish-Israeli identity, and promotes the creation of a vibrant, pluralist society in Israel. Life during the pandemic has highlighted how fragile Israeli society is, how divided we are, how much we feel that we're not really heard. On the other hand, we have seen how community and the Jewish calendar are anchors which can bring us together as a society. Active listening, the importance of diversity, and the centrality of the Jewish calendar are all at the core of Tali education. Seeing that Tali's team is a mosaic of Jewish-Israeli identities really fills me with joy. This is part of what enables us to fulfill our mission on a daily basis, mainly pluralism, tradition, examination, and renewal. One shouldn't really talk about Israeli Jewish society in either or terms. An educational institution in Israel defined its student body as religious, secular, and everything in the middle, which put me in the everything in the middle. Now, what does that say about my identity? You might ask me if there are no limits to pluralism, if everything goes. To which I would say the answer is complex, but basically, yes, there are limits to pluralism. Limits enable freedom. Limits define the playing field and enable conversation. So let's redefine the limits in Israeli discourse and discuss our different identities here in Israel. I believe that each and every one of us needs to find our own unique Jewish voice. And we need to speak about our Jewish identity in positive terms. As a society, we need to embrace the plurality and the differences between us and learn to respect each other and the different ways of Jewish life. I think both these things are incredibly lacking in Israeli society, and therefore central to Tali's work. If we are to continue to exist as a Jewish democratic state in Israel, I believe we need to learn to embrace this pluralism. I think Jewish pluralism is part of what gives Judaism its vitality. For the past 44 years, Tali has been a leading force of pluralist Jewish education in Israel. In the coming years, Tali will break out of the school and offer services to the entire Israeli population. We will continue to promote dialogue between different segments of Israeli society and enduring relationships between Jews in Israel and Jews around the world.